Welcome to College Football Bros Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I am joined by our contestant today on the hot seat from San Diego, California. It is Trey Newman. Trey, how are you?
Hanging in there. How about you, Mike?
I'm doing well. It's actually Regis today, Trey. Would appreciate that.
Oh, sorry, Reg.
All right, so here's how the game works. There are 15 possible questions. The more questions you get right, the more money you win, of course. If you get to the $1,000 or $32,000 level, those are safe havens. You're guaranteed to leave with at least that much fake money. You have 3 lifelines to help you out. You've got the 50-50, which takes away 2 incorrect answers. Phone a Bro, in which you can call one of our patrons who volunteered to be available tonight. And then you've got the Go for 2 lifeline, which allows you to make 2 guesses at the answer. And then last thing before we start, if you are listening to this episode in the podcast feed, you're going to be able to understand everything that's going on, but would highly recommend you watch on YouTube. Sarah made some great graphics for this episode, so encourage you to check that out. That's youtube.com/collegefootballbros. But let's do it, Trey. You ready?
Bring it on.
All right, let's get to your $100 question. Who is Oklahoma's current defensive coordinator? Alex Grinch, Mike Stoops, Pete Kwiatkowski, or Todd Orlando?
Might get tripped up on Stoops there, but I got to go with Alex Grinch.
Is that your final answer?
That would be my final answer.
You got it. All right, $100 easy. Moving on to your $200 question. Archie Griffin, the only player to win 2 Heisman trophies, played for which school? Army, Navy, Michigan, or Ohio State?
Got to go with the Buckeyes, Ohio State.
Final
answer.
2 for 2. Good start, Trey. For $300. I don't think you're going to sweat for a while here, but a Sports Center commercial features which team's mascot looking longingly at ducks outside in a pond? Louisville, Stanford, Florida, or Oregon?
Ducks. Okay. Got to be Oregon. I had to think about that for a sec. The Ducks. Final answer.
You got it. All right, so far so good. Here is your $500 question. Which 2 Texas quarterbacks split playing time with each other throughout their college career? Is it A, Chris Sims and Major Applewhite, B, Colt McCoy and Vince Young, C, Garrett Gilbert and Shane Bichelle, or D, Sam Ehlinger and David Ash?
Okay. I'm not very good at the exact year crossovers, but back in the day, the most famous duo had to be Chris Sims and Major Applewhite. So I will make Chris Sims and Major Applewhite my final answer.
You got it. All right, $500.
made me worry there for a sec with your facial expression.
Getting a little tougher here. I got to build the drama. All right, this next question is important. So if you get it right, guaranteed to win at least $1,000. And by the way, we're going to be having another Millionaire episode next week in which Ryan is going to be on the hot seat, the third bro here. So you're kind of competing against him. All right, here is your $1,000 question. Which announcer called the infamous trouble with the snap botched punt by Michigan in 2015? Is it Brent Musburger, Sean McDonough, Mike Tirico, or Joe Tessitore?
I like all these guys, but I can't recreate his voice and go that pitch of sound that he made, but Sean McDonough is one of my favorites. Final answer.
You got it, Sean McDonough. I'm going to need you to do it, though. I'm going to need you to imitate it, at least give it a shot.
Trouble with the snap.
Oh, man. Yeah, that wasn't great. Ryan's really good at that one. Maybe I should have asked him that question.
Yeah, we'll dub him in.
Yeah. All right, so you're getting at least $1,000. That's good. Let's try to double it here for $2,000. With 2,017 rushing yards in 2019, which Navy player holds the record for most rushing yards in a season by a quarterback? Keenan Reynolds, Malcolm Perry, Ricky Dobbs, or Zach Abey?
Okay. Wow. So you said in 2019. I can see that here. Okay. If it would have been earlier, I really would have had to think about Keenan Reynolds, but luckily I think he's been gone. So I'm gonna say Malcolm Perry is my final answer.
That is correct. Malcolm Perry. Yep. Good job there. But yeah, Keenan Reynolds was very productive as well, but yeah, too early.
He was, but I knew he was a little bit older.
Yeah.
So thank goodness it was more recent. You haven't embarrassed myself yet.
Nope. You are moving right along here. You've got all 3 lifelines left, and you're going for $4,000. Who was the offensive MVP of the CFP championship game played on January 11th, 2021? Was it Mac Jones, Devontae Smith, Najee Harris, or John Mechie III?
This one, it's between Devontae and Mac Jones. And I think this was the one I remember that I guess it was just a month ago, but I thought Mac Jones probably should have got it, but Devontae's first half was insane, and he ended up getting it, wore his Heisman mask. So I'm going to say Devontae Smith. Final answer.
Final answer. Mac Jones had a good game, but it was Devontae
He did have
Smith.
a great game.
Yeah. Good job. Thought that one might trip you up if you kind of tuned out before the awards ceremony, but you got it. All right. You've got $4,000. Let's go for $8,000. USC's official mascot is a horse that goes by what name? Is it Buster, Rocky, Traveler, or Bullet?
Bullet is, I think, another horse mascot name. Might even be the Broncos or something. But luckily, I've got a brother that kind of went to USC, and I've been to a couple SC games, so kind of know this one. I'm going to say Traveler. Final answer.
C. Traveler is correct. Good job. All right. We are already, let's see, you're at $8,000. You're 2 questions away from that $32,000 threshold. All 3 lifelines. Here is your $16,000 question. In the 2020 season, Arizona State's Jackson He became the first FBS player born in which country to score a touchdown? Is it A, Japan, B, South Korea, C, China, or D, Vietnam?
I remember seeing this on College Football Final. Thank goodness. And I remember them, I think they even, I remember seeing an interview with him. It might have been those guys. But it was Chinese, and he's got the symbol on it on the back of his jersey. It's not just HE, it's the actual Chinese symbol. Mm-hmm. So it is China is my final answer.
I guess I nodded and agreed before you said final answer.
Oh.
But that is correct. You got it. All right. $16,000. Here is your $32,000 question. If you get it right, guaranteed to leave with at least that much money. So here's the question. What is the largest upset in college football history according to the point spread? Stanford over USC in 2007, Liberty over Baylor in 2017, Appalachian State over Michigan in 2007, or Howard over UNLV in 2017?
Wow.
It's a very important question, so don't be afraid. I mean, you could.
Yeah.
I don't want to
no,
influence
I'm,
you, but don't be afraid to use a lifeline if you need it.
Stanford USC, most famous. And then I remember Howard UNLV being ginormous, but God, I can't remember the spread. App State, Michigan, obviously, I guess all that, they're all kind of famous, but App State, Michigan. I don't think it was App State, Michigan. Oh, man. Okay. I'm gonna, so I can do 50-50, phone a friend, or pick 2, or go for 2.
Yep. You can.
Which one? I gotta be certain. So I'm gonna use a lifeline here.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide which one. I'm going to use. If it's 50-50, I've already kind of got 50-50 in my head, so I'm not gonna do that one.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do. Yikes. Yikes.
It's a tough one.
This is difficult. Trying to gauge what I'm gonna want to use later too.
Yeah. You can use the 50-50 and then go for 2, and you got a guaranteed right answer, but
That's true.
It's
but
using
I might
2
wanna save
lifelines.
that. Yeah. I'm gonna.
And I will say the 50-50 is random, so it won't be influenced by anything you've said.
Okay. I'm gonna phone a friend.
All right. Gonna phone a bro here. All right.
Phone a bro.
The bro that has volunteered is a 4th bro, Joel. So let's get Joel on the line.
All right.
All right, we got him on the line. Joel, how are you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. Trey is going for $32,000 right now. You're his first lifeline. It's a sports betting question, so judging by your presence in the Discord, I think you're well suited for that.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, Joel, where are you from?
Madison, Wisconsin.
All right, and Joel is, I asked that like I don't know it, but for the listeners, Joel is a big Nebraska fan, so, the bros are a fan.
Absolutely.
All right, so here is the question, Joel. Actually, you know what, Trey? I'm going to have Trey read the question. There's no timer, but Trey, why don't you go ahead and ask it?
All right. What is the largest upset in college football history according to the point spread? And here are the four
Can I
choices.
try
you
it
got.
without the? I try without.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I believe it was UNLV lost to. It was a FCS, I think. I want to say like Howard, but you can
Yeah.
get them off. I think that's what it was.
Okay, so that's where I was leading, but here we go. We got Stanford USC in 2007, Liberty over Baylor in 2017, App State over Michigan in 2007, and then Howard over UNLV in 2017. And I was really 50-50, but I didn't want to use it because there was a couple of answers and Howard. So you think it was Howard?
Yeah, I'm almost certain. I remember when that
Yeah,
happened.
well,
that was like the big thing. So.
I'm actually glad you answered it without me telling you first, because that makes me even a little bit more comfortable. So I am going to roll with Joel. I agree. We're going to take Howard over UNLV is going to be our final answer.
You locked it in. And it is correct. Joel came through.
All right.
That's awesome. Joel, okay, so you got it without even the answer choices. Can you get...
That's
how about, what
impressive.
was the point spread? Let's see if you can nail that.
I know it was in the 40s. I'll guess 45.
You know, it might have been. I have 45.5, but who knows? Depending,
Oh my
depending where you
gosh.
got it. So, yeah.
Well done.
There you go. I had Howard
Well
money line that game.
Yeah, of course.
No. All right, Joel, you nailed it. Thanks for hopping on.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Appreciate it, Joel.
See you, Joel.
Yeah.
All right. That was you couldn't have had a better phone a patron there. That worked out.
It was the perfect question. I knew who I had on the other end, and man, without even seeing the clues, good for him.
Okay, so you're leaving here with at least $32,000. So the pressure's going to be on Ryan next week to get to that level. But here is you still got 2 lifelines, but here's sort of a free guess at $64,000. Taking the helm in 1999, which head coach has been at his current position the longest? Is it Pat Fitzgerald, Mike Gundy, Kirk Ferentz, or Gary Patterson?
Wow. I think I'm between two, and I think so I'm between Patterson and Ferentz, but luckily being a Big Ten fan, with Nebraska playing Iowa a bunch, it's been brought up during games, watching Iowa games, that he's the longest tenured, which is still kind of surprising that he is, but Patterson started right around there. I don't watch enough TCU games. Oh man, Gundy and Fitzgerald, not quite. I don't think. I believe they've said Ferentz is the longest tenure, but now I'm just wondering if that's only in the Big Ten. Gary Patterson. No, I gotta get my Ferentz has been. That's my gut. I feel like I've heard it on broadcast. I'm gonna go Kirk Ferentz. Final answer.
Final answer. And you got it. Kirk Ferentz. Yeah, very good. Gary Patterson was 2000, so just 1 year later. But
oh wow, that was really close.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Wow,
So you are at $64,000, 4 questions away from the million. Here is your $125,000 question. Who is the all-time leader in passing yards for the University of Oklahoma? Is it Sam Bradford, Landry Jones, Baker Mayfield, or Jason White?
Man, all these guys just, they'll blend together to me. Wow. But Bradford put up great numbers, won the Heisman, but I don't think he played long enough. And I think he left for the pros early. I don't think he did. I don't think he's the leader now. Jason White, gosh, that was so long ago. The passing offenses weren't as crazy. But now I've got Landry and Baker, and I know Baker transferred, but he was there for at least 3 seasons at Oklahoma and put up insane numbers. Yikes. Okay, so I'm throwing out White for sure. So I'm down to Bradford, Jones, and Mayfield, and I'm like I said, I think Bradford left early. Right. Okay. I'm
still
gonna
got
use
the 50-50
Yeah.
and the go for 2.
I'm gonna have to use a lifeline. So 50-50 and go for 2. If I just told you my 50-50.
It's random. I already decided it before, so
Okay.
I didn't decide it. It was random.
But gosh, if it's those two, if it's Jones and Mayfield, I'm gonna be stuck again. But if I do pick 2, so how's the pick 2 go for 2? So if if one of them's right, I get the answer.
Exactly. You just get 2 guesses at it.
Okay. All right.
So you kind of make a decision here. Is the 50-50 gonna help you out, or you want to use what seems to me like the more valuable lifeline of the pick 2? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the pick 2.
Okay. Final decision.
So my pick 2, final
the pick 2?
decision. Yeah, go for 2.
Okay. Or yeah, go for 2. Sorry, we changed up the verbiage.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm gonna go.
We're
for
at Panera
2.
now. Pick 2.
Oh yeah, go for 2. We're a football podcast. I'm gonna. So my 2 answers are Landry Jones and Baker Mayfield.
All right, give one first, and we'll see if that's right, and then we
okay,
can
I'll
use
just
the second
go.
if we need to.
I'll just go in order then. Landry Jones.
Okay, Landry Jones, final answer?
One of 2, yes.
You got it. It's Landry Jones.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I couldn't have risked it going flying blind on that
that's
one.
a tough one. Definitely a tough
God,
one.
those
so
guys
I
were
don't
all
blame
really
you there.
good.
Yep. So you are at $125,000, Trey.
Right.
You've got 3 questions away from winning $1 million. Let's go to your $250,000 question. Which school has the smallest enrollment in the Pac-12? Stanford, Oregon State, Washington State, or Utah?
Ugh. Wow. I'm going to have, let's go to the 50-50. I'm going to 50-50 final answer. I got to just see these two and then.
All right, the 50-50 has left you Stanford and Washington State. So we got A or C here.
Well,
so you're at $250,000. You could walk away now. It's a pretty good spot. I don't know if Ryan will pass you. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, at 125. My mistake. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But
if you get it wrong, you go back to 32.
It's funny because my pick 2, if I would have done pick 2 here, or go for 2 here, I would have picked Oregon State and Washington State. But now I've got Stanford and Washington State. And Stanford, gosh, they're like the most prestigious, but oh my gosh, I feel like they're big. Do I risk this? Oh my gosh. Obviously I'm down to Stanford and Washington State, but if I had to lean right now, I'm not going to make this my answer. If I had to lean, I would say Washington State. Oh my gosh, do I roll the dice? So I go back to 32.
You go back to 32.
Wow.
So let's just say this: if this were real money, what would you do? Now?
Okay. If this was real money, I would stop.
Right.
I don't know
but
if
it's
I could
not real
risk,
money. It's a competition against Ryan. You can do whatever you want.
90 grand on this answer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's true. All right. Let it ride. I'm going to go. Gonna look like an idiot.
I'm not trying to influence your decision either
No.
way.
I know. I believe me. Hey, I got to go out swinging, I guess. I'm going to go Washington State. Final answer.
Final answer C, Washington State. Incorrect.
Wow.
It was Stanford.
Oh my God.
Man, he just went for it. Let it ride. Wow.
I did. I let it ride. Oh my gosh. Well, Ryan's gonna beat
Stanford's
me. Well, no,
around 17,000. It's a private school, very selective.
Yeah, what was I thinking? I know
In
Wazoo's
hindsight.
like public, big school, but it's still, oh gosh. Crushing.
Well, sorry about that, Trey, but you're going home with $32,000.
Yeah. Oh. Woo.
You just gotta hope that Ryan really lets it ride next week.
Yeah. My best case is a tie. Ouch.
Yep. Well, thanks so much for coming on. I hope you had fun. That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it for this episode of College Football Bros, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Thanks for listening or watching if you're here on YouTube. Next week, we're going to have another Millionaire episode, of course, in which Ryan is going to be on the hot seat. Let's see if he can beat Trey. So be sure you're subscribed both in your podcast app and on YouTube. We appreciate all those downloads, and we'll see you next time.
You've been watching the College Football Bros. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube and in your podcast app for college football content all year round. For bonus episodes and access to our Discord chat, join our Patreon at patreon.com/collegefootballbros. Thanks for watching.